Explaining the government's new anti-immigration bill. The UK government's new anti-migrant policy. In March 2023, the UK government introduced the so-called illegal migration bill. Many legal experts have made clear that the bill could be in violation of international human rights. The bill itself acknowledges this risk. I am unable to make a statement that, in my view, the provisions of the illegal migration bill are compatible with the Convention rights, but the government nevertheless wishes the House to proceed with the bill. At Pomorsk, we believe this bill is part of an ever-expanding and brutal hostile environment towards migrants, refugees, and asylum seekers.
Why was the bill introduced? Due to ongoing and escalating conflicts all over the world, Afghanistan, Iran, Syria, Eritrea, and Sudan, more and more people are forced to leave their home countries. Many people who flee from countries affected by war cannot obtain visas. Instead, they are forced to take irregular routes to seek safety, such as crossing the English Channel, which separates the UK from the mainland Europe. According to the UK government, 45,755 migrants were identified as having arrived on small boats in 2022. This was a 60% increase from the previous year.
The current government's design of the UK asylum system is failing those it should protect. As a result, many asylum seekers and refugees wait far too long for their claim to be decided, stuck in limbo without a regularized immigration status. Instead of opening more safe routes, simplifying the asylum procedures, and processing the applications more efficiently, the government wants to curtail the number of migrants arriving in the UK for cruel, costly, and inhumane measures.
In 2022, the government introduced a policy that would send people arriving through irregular routes to a detention center in Rwanda. The first flight was due to leave England in June 2022. However, thanks to mass organizing and protests, domestic litigations, and an intervention from the European Court of Human Rights, it was stopped. In October 2022, Home Secretary Suella Braverman admitted it was her obsession to reinstate the cruel policy. She said, "I would love to have a front page of the Telegraph with a plane taking off to Rwanda. That's my dream." In December 2022, the UK's High Court ruled the cruel Rwanda plan as lawful. And now the government is trying to reintroduce it through this new anti-migration bill.
What provisions does the bill contain? The bill would allow the Home Office to detain people who are forced to arrive in the UK through irregular routes after the 7th of March 2023 and deport them to their home country or a so-called safe third country. The Home Office is effectively trying to expand its capacity and power to detain as many people as possible, including families and unaccompanied children. The new bill would increase the detention period to 28 days or more if an immigration judge does not grant bail. It will also lead to more privatized detention centers being opened. We have already seen the impact of such inhumane indefinite detention in countries like the United States.
The new bill would impose an annual limit on asylum applications. According to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, this would amount to an asylum ban, extinguishing the right to seek refugee protection in the United Kingdom for those who arrive irregularly, no matter how genuine and compelling their claim may be.
Currently, 2 out of 3 people who arrive by small boat are granted asylum following rigorous checks. Almost half of the people who seek safety in the UK come from Afghanistan, Iran, Syria, Eritrea, and Sudan. The asylum grant rates for these countries are 98% for Afghanistan, Iran, and Syria, 84% for Eritrea, and 80% for Sudan. Yet the new bill would not even give many a chance to apply for protection, simply because of how they arrived.
The bill would disqualify survivors of modern slavery or human trafficking from protection from removal, accessing modern slavery support, being granted leave to remain. Exceptions would only apply to people cooperating with an investigation or criminal proceedings, so only useful migrants would benefit from the UK's protection.
Finally, the bill would impose on those affected a permanent ban from ever re-entering the UK, being given leave to remain or citizenship. The citizenship ban would even affect people's UK-born children. Limited exceptions could be argued on human rights grounds or with compelling circumstances. Such arguments rarely succeed within the UK immigration law.